comparing fruit densities. So what is density?
It is.
How tightly packed the molecules are.
Yeah.
How tightly packed the molecules are, okay? So which one of those do you think is going to be more dense?
I feel like the apple.
The orange.
You think the orange is going to be more dense?
Apple.
What about grapes? Nephi, you don't think grapes will be more dense?
Oh, I think grapes.
So which one of those do you think has molecules that are more tightly packed? I think the apple.
Grapes.
Okay, so that's your hypothesis. Okay, now draw a line and put actual. Okay. Objects sink or float because of their densities. Density is a measurement of how much mass or stuff is packed into a certain amount of volume or space. So you were right. It's how tightly packed the molecules are. Okay, in this experiment, you will compare the densities of several different fruits by observing whether they float or sink in water. Are apples or oranges more dense? Okay, so let's go ahead and put an apple in there. Ooh, okay, so if it's more dense, is it gonna sink or is it gonna float?
It's more dense.
Sink.
If it's more dense, it sinks. Okay. Well, that makes sense that the apple would float because of the game bobbing for apples.
Yeah.
Right? Okay. All right. So orange in next.
Oh.
Don't put it back in.
Wait, why would you do?
So we can see. So we can see. Which one is
So
more?
which one do you think is more
The orange.
The orange.
dense?
The orange.
No, it's about the same.
Okay.
One grape.
Sure. Let's try it. Oh.
See, I told you.
But it's frozen.
No, that doesn't change the density.
Does it not?
No.
So maybe we should leave one out
Or microwave one.
to see if it changes
Or
the
we can just
density.
get one from the refrigerator.
Oh, good job.
Literally hot.
I didn't know we had refrigerator ones.
Grape.
Hold on.
Still sink.
Look, see, look, it didn't change the density. It just changed the weight.
Very good. Okay, now let's try something different. So it says remove the orange and peel it. Remove as much of the white pith as you can and place the peeled orange in the water.
Piss.
Now that the orange is peeled, let's see if it still floats or sinks. Ooh.
Told you. You're too smart.
Why did it sink?
Because you peeled off the
The
Yeah.
thickness.
the peel, which is kind of like the floaty for it.
The thickness.
Love you.
Is it sitting on the bottom?
No, it's like kind of
Barely.
barely, yeah.
So which
Yeah.
one was the most dense?
The grape.
Grape.
So the grape was actually the most dense. The orange was second, which was right, and then the apple was third. So Nephi, come over here. Read this.
Apples are more dense than oranges because oranges have thick,
Fluffy.
fluffy peels. The peel of an orange makes it float in water.
Good job. Here's the math part. You can use mathematics. You can use mathematics to calculate actual density. Use a kitchen scale to measure the mass of each piece of fruit. To measure the volume of each piece of fruit, place the fruit into a liquid measuring cup with some water. Note how much the water volume increases after the fruit added. And then to calculate the density of the fruit, divide its mass by its volume. Ooh. Okay, so we're gonna measure the mass first. Hold on. And now it's 0, so Tava, go ahead and put that on there. Okay, so the mass is how much, Nephi?
8.
What?
It's 5.
5 grams. So Tava is going, we're gonna measure its volume to see how much goes in there. So it's at 60 and it's going up at
60, about 65.
No, I would say
68.
68, yeah.
Oh yeah, I forgot. That's like 70.
Okay. Now let's do the
Did you
next
do
one. Okay, how much is the orange, Nephi?
132.
132. So that's the mass. So it's at 600 right now. And it went up about 750.
16.
750. We're looking right here. Milliliters. So maybe you should put ml. Okay, so it went up 150 milliliters. Okay. And this went up 8 milliliters. So not 60, because it was already at 60. Okay. Now, oh, do it upside down. In the middle, right in the middle. Okay, the apple is how much?
145.
145 for the mass. Yes. Now take the orange out. Okay.
Wait.
Put the apple in nicely. Okay, this one went up.
5 centimeters.
It went up to 750, so that's 150 again. It's just
750?
150 milliliters. Is that right? Because this orange was the same.
Well, maybe because.
What does it say for how do you determine the density, Tomo? It's the very bottom part.
To calculate the density of the group, divide its mass by its volume.
Okay, so we have to take these numbers and you divide the mass by the volume. So what's 145 divided by 150 milliliters?
0.967 grams.
And what about the orange?
0.88 grams.
And what about the grape?
0.65 grams.
Good job. Okay, so which one is most dense?
Grape.
So that's right, even mathematically and by our observations, we figured out that the grape is the most dense. And then what was second most dense?
Orange.
And then the third was
Apple.
the apple. Very good.